Recording has started.
Whoa, we've had some technical difficulties, but we're going now.
Woo.
Hit it, baby girl.
We've got tips and recipes for healthy living. So for fun and inspiration, come and join us in the raw food world.
Welcome, everybody. This is Matt Monarch and
I'm just stoked, Monarch.
with the Raw Food World TV show, coming at you literally live in Vilcabamba, Ecuador, right now.
That sounds impressive.
It does sound impressive. Fun. We actually just booked our plane tickets, didn't we, babe?
Yeah, I spent way too many hours on phone calls with people in India talking about flights today. And the conclusion is that we're leaving here on August the 7th.
We already bought the plane tickets.
Yes!
And when are we coming back?
October the 7th. 2 months with Uncle Sam.
Nice.
And
Lots of events happening.
yeah,
And what
exciting events. They're on the events page, aren't they?
They are on the events page. TheRawFoodWorld.com, click events, you'll see it.
We're going to Longevity Conference. We are going to go to OLAC. It's Sola's birthday. We're speaking in lots of different places. It's going to be fun.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
I think I want to talk about sensitivities today.
Oh.
Okay, everybody. So I've held off on talking about sensitivities for eons and eons for many reasons, which I'll explain in a little bit. But I have written some articles on it because it's I could be very delicate on what I say and like reread it and edit it and stuff like this instead of me ranting and raving right now about sensitivities. And the reason why I want to be careful about this is because raw foodists have a bad rap sometimes for having food issues. And they are sensitive or they have to eat like this. An example would be orthorexia. If you go to orthorexia on Google, you'll read about it. It's this guy who says raw foodists are crazy in the head because they're trying to accomplish something, yada, yada, yada. Now, he totally this is like the type of guy, in my opinion, who is trying to get attention by bringing out this term of something like this. Now, for decades on end, man has been eating poorly and poorly, and there's a mass amount of people who are obese. I mean, Philip McCluskey could tell you right now how much he used to weigh, and Angela Stokes right here. But even myself, I've been eating processed foods for 25 years before I went 100% raw. So when you go on a 100% raw food diet, what happens is we're trying to bring our diets back to the way man was originally meant to eat. And a lot of issues come up. It's like we are the people that are trying to bring it back to the environmental friendly, to the way we're supposed to eat, bringing this planet to a healthy place, and the human species, in fact. And it's not an easy task always. And yes, some people, a lot of people actually, who attempt this monstrosity of attack, shoot, I use that word all the time, it's not meant right. Whenever they attempt this monstrous task, these leaders who are going into the battleground, bringing their roots back to where they're supposed to go, run into issues. It's like a battleground. And yes, the mass majority are against this type of thing. So what they do is they people out come out and say orthorexia, or they're trying to do this, doing that. It takes years and years to get balanced out on this type of lifestyle. I've been doing this for 13 years. I'm still not balanced out. No, I'm doing pretty good. Angela's doing good. So the point of this is I want to talk about sensitivities here. Woo! So when you bring your diet to eating small amounts of food or eating a very consistent diet every single day, when it's a raw food diet, you become really sensitive to our past food choices that we used to eat, and it can be actually very, very damaging to the body. And the further you take it by eating less and less, the more crazy it gets. Me and Angela have been in Ecuador here for 6 months now. And, I'm not partying much. I'm not going to raw food restaurants. And I've pretty much settled on a consistent diet that I eat the same kinds and quantities of food every single day. And I'm pretty consistent with it every single day. And for example, after 6 months of doing this, we had a little get together here, and someone brought raw chocolate with maple crystals in it and stuff like that. and I ate a large quantity portion, more than I would normally, and in this like clean aired atmosphere, seriously, we get even sensitive more quickly. So what happened was we ate and ate and ate and went out of our boundaries here. I almost had a fever the next day. Now, this isn't some psychological issue that I have or something like that, or I'm like crying because I ate too much food in one day. It's not that. I'm totally fine with it. I just deal with the consequences. But seriously, from eating the same food, I've been eating like, some serious meals, like not eating in between meals, just one meal every single day, and going out of that boundary, it resulted in like sickness. It was crazy. And a lot of people really don't understand what's going on when they embark on a raw food lifestyle and they improve their diet and they go through detox. People, if you improve your diet from a processed food diet and go on a raw food diet, you are going to get sick off your bum, as she would say. And you're going to think, oh, there's something, I must have caught something or something like this. It kind of works both ways. So I guess the point is, sensitivities is a legitimate thing. And it's something to think about when taking your diet to far extremes.
People in the chat room are asking you, what is an example of what you eat each day? Okay, so I eat this, when I say I eat the same kinds and quantities of food every single day, what I'm saying is I eat about the same amount of fat, the same amount of greens, and the same amount of like carbs every single day. However, like to get a wide variety of foods, I might switch up the vegetable, or I might switch up the type of nut or seed or the type of fat I'm eating. But in essence, like let's say a handful of almonds equals the amount of a handful of walnuts. So I'm getting about the same amount of concentrated foods. Personally, what I've been eating in a day lately is I just drink coconut water and drink green juice all day long. And I don't know, out here, there's not that much desire for as much food when we're in this clean air. But then I eat one large meal a day. And I did this cucumber meal on the website, on the TV show once. And I've been eating that. It's a pretty big meal, as you guys saw. It kind of stuffs you, but it's mainly water. And I pretty much just eat that once a day with lots of nut butter and, some avocado. It's a concentrated meal, and it's just once. And just day in, day out, the same thing. I'm getting all the nutrients I need from all my juices and variety of different foods, but just the same quantities every single day. Consistency. Like a half an avocado or one full avocado with like an ounce of nut butter. Like that's like, and then like the same amount of vegetables, just every day, day in, day out, for 6 months in clean air, doing enemas here and there. That's the consistent diet. It's like any of you could probably relate to this because you haven't eaten the standard American diet. If you were to go on and go to McDonald's right now, forget that. Let's just even say you eat a piece of Wonder Bread. You might go through the fever that I went through from having some raw chocolate with maple crystals in it. Does that make sense? It all depends where you're coming from.
Yeah. We have like a minute left here, so maybe you can just give them your advice. I just babbled on. I mean, should I just rant a little more? You know what? No, go ahead.
Some people in the chat room were asking what do I eat every day. You can see on my blog what I eat every day. My blog, if you're not familiar with it, is rawreform.blogspot.com, so you can check that out. I drink a lot of green juices. Here I tend to drink green juice with pineapple juice. I usually drink like a coconut most days, the water of a coconut. I've been getting back into eating energy soup recently, although the last couple of days it tasted not so good to me, so my body's kind of rejecting it. I tend to eat more often than him and to eat smaller amounts. I don't do so well if I just eat like one big meal a day. I can do it, but it's not my preference. And I do much better the earlier in the day that I eat, the much easier I can handle it.
Let's just do another TV show and we could even go in more depth with Angela. Who do we got here?
Angela Stokes Monarch.
And Matt Monarch, rocking the house in Vilcabamba, Ecuador. And we'll see you again tomorrow at the Raw Food World TV show.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again at the Raw Food World.